One lap to green flag racing. Let's go back downstairs to another lifelong modified fan and get a late word from Bob Dolner.
Mike Joy, keep an eye on the number 4 car of Bobby Santos III here today. Donnie Leah drove that car to victory lane last year. Bobby Santos drives everything with 4 wheels. He's been to Winchester, Salem, you name it, midgets and Silver Crown cars. He said to me today that this track isn't as intense as he thought it would be. It's almost like everything's in slow-mo. Well, I bet you that slow-mo is about to get real fast here on the high banks.
Ford Mustang GT pace car is going to leave him at turn 3. Bristol Cup rules pretty much in effect. Under green, pit on the straightaway where your pit is. Under caution, enter in turn 2, come all the way around.
Bonsignor, a rookie here at Bristol. He had never turned a lap until this morning's 8 a.m. practice. He is 22 years old. Let's see how he does tonight.
Bonsignor and Szegedy on the front row, green flag, and the University of Northwest Ohio Perfect Storm 150 is underway with Szegedy taking a quick lead. Newman side by side for second with Bonsignor. Christopher looking on in the red car from fourth.
Szegedy, your leader, another of the several drivers with a Ford engine under the hood of his car. He was the 2003 Tour champion in this series.
Priest in 5th, Savali 6th, Stefanik 7th, Santos, Silk, and Goodale the top 10. Good clean start to this race. Well, Todd Szegedy wasted no time in getting on the button. It was a good even start at the line, but Szegedy just took off.
Yeah, he got into that first turn in a hurry, Mike.
Savali coming on the bottom in the 79. He brings the Roger and Sandra Hill machine underneath the 3 of Ryan Preece.
Well, he came here 3 times to test, and in those tests he was very, very fast. And indeed, in practice today, Savali broke the Sprint Cup track record with that car.
Now Mike Stefanik making the try on Preece for what is now 6th place, with Santos in the yellow car to follow. Preece good off the corner, Stefanik good going in. Mike Stefanik is a master at resource management as Preece bounces off the wall, but continues under green. Santos, the yellow number 4, passes on the outside. Nick, these tires are so wide and have so much grip that you can get the car into quite a yaw angle without losing it, being able to bring it back.
Yeah, but unfortunately, when that yaw angle becomes excessive, hang on, it will go. We're going to watch Preece in that blue number 3 car. He did bounce it off the wall for sure.
I like the way Santos never lost his momentum, never lifted, powered right on by. So Stefanik moves up to 6th, Santos 7th, Preece drops to 8th. Silk and Goodale the top 10. Szegedy continues to lead over Bonsignor, Christopher, Newman, and Savali. Here's your top half dozen.
Zero car Butcher, first to go a lap down. He's slow on the racetrack. No doubt will be coming in soon.
10 of 150 laps complete. Todd Szegedy in command since the drop of the green flag. But now Bonsignor is beginning to reel in the number 2. Here's second place. Christopher closely tracking the rookie. And Christopher's probably run more races than Bonsignor has seen.
Yeah, he probably has. Bonsignor got ready for this race, Mike, by playing the iRacing game on his computer. Teddy Christopher did it by racing 20 years in these cars and winning championships at multiple speedways.
Andy Seiss in trouble on pit road as we continue under green. And Christopher gives a little tap. Well, we have caution on the front straightaway because Brandon Heyer has spun in the 44. First caution flag of the night, and it comes out for the crane and rigging lineback machinery. Chevrolet, owned by Brian Fischel, and driven by Brandon Heyer.
And he's going to have to pit. He's got rub rail rubbing on that right rear tire, so he's going to have to be in the pits and get that taken care of. He's on his way.
Here's the tail end of this one.
Just lost it all by himself. Easy enough to do. I'll tell you, in practice, there were an awful lot of people spinning, and the place to do it was coming off turn 4. Driver after driver this morning, especially in the first practice, got themselves sideways, and many of them got themselves into the wall as well.
Brandon Heyer behind the wall, Andy Seiss with the hood up on pit road, and Todd Szegedy in command in the University of Northwestern Ohio Perfect Storm 150. Tonight, the battle is in Bristol. The world's toughest trucks bump, beat, and bang around the world's fastest half mile. The NASCAR Camping World Truck Series is live from Bristol tonight. Next, only on Speed. Todd Bodine, the point leader, and Kyle Busch, the pole winner, but a cracked valve cover will cause him to start that race from the rear. We'll hear all about it on the setup. Andy Seiss comes back on track. Bob, what happened?
Still having difficulty with that engine right now. Right now it's missing for Andy Seiss, a family-owned operation out of New Hampshire. They don't know what the cause of it is, Mike. They check the spark plug wires, can't seem to find the problem right now. So he's just going to bide his time and try to get to that problem at the halfway break.
That is the only Dodge-powered car in the field.
And it's an old engine. That was an ex-Ray Evernham Cup engine. Rowan Pennick has gone into the pits for adjustments. He has struggled with that car all day long. The car is simply unstable. Pennick, a terrific driver, but he's got to have the car under him.
John Smith also made a pit stop, third place finisher at Bowman Gray. The order for the restart, now side by side. The leader gets lane choice, and Todd Szegedy chose the bottom against Bonsignor. Then Christopher and Ryan Newman, Savali and Stefanik, Santos and Priesen were back under green.
Boy, Szegedy got a restart, didn't he? He just took off.
Christopher now in second. Bonsignor third. Savali fourth. Newman fifth. Stefanik, Santos, Silk, Priesen, Goodale. There's that 10th place battle. Goodale in the 58. And Eric Rudolph in the Al Henke and Tommy Baldwin, number 98. Henke Baldwin Racing.
Yeah, and actually that's the second car he has had to run here. He stuffed it in the wall in the first practice today, the other car. It's sitting in the infield.
Tommy Baldwin, son of a modified standout, Tiger Tom, and now a Cup team owner after many years as a crew chief. But still has that love of modified racing. It brings them back to the track. Goodale going to try to make the charge on Ronnie Silk. Gets underneath Silk's number 6. Trying to come back to the front, Ryan Preece. Silk drops in, covers the spot. So Preece in the blue 3 is 10th. Here are the leaders. And Christopher fills up the mirror. Todd Szegedy. This is a familiar sight.
It is. I think every driver that runs a modified has seen Teddy Christopher in their mirror. Ordinarily on the tour, however, the number that they would see would be 36. But L.W. Miller also runs 36. He is a South driver, and NASCAR gave him the number and told Teddy he had to change his number because at the time Teddy was second in points and L.W. led.
So Teddy went back to the number he used in weekly short track racing, number 13.
Yeah, it still does.
Now, you feel the presence of Ted Christopher behind you. And then he taps your bumper. And then he wants a run, and here he comes. He has 3 wins this season, including the last tour race at Thompson, Connecticut.
He is just a piece of work to watch, isn't he? Look at him. He is on the high side, the bottom. He's in Zegedy's back bumper. But I'll tell you what, this Zegedy's a cool character. He's not going to get rattled even by Teddy Christopher. Look at this on the bottom now, Mike.
And after a little rub of the bumper, Christopher goes by, and he's the new leader. Ted has an interesting rule about dealing with people he wants to pass. He says 1 bump to let you know I'm there, 2 to tell you I'm ready, and if you don't give me room, the 3rd bump puts you around. So long, you know, that's racing. And now Christopher pulls away. 3rd place is the battle. Savali underneath and past the rookie Bonsignor.
Yeah, I expected to see Savali go very well here tonight. He was so enthusiastic about that car during practice today, Mike. He really thinks he's got a car that's capable of winning this race.
Bob talked to Burt Myers at the top of the show. He is running a Yates Racing Ford engine, or a Roush Yates engine, under the hood of his number 1. Started at the back because of the spark plug change. There's Burt, and then black and orange, number 1. Moving up, he's in 20th, just ahead. Woody Pitkat in the 28. Ed Flemke Jr. in the yellow number 10. And in front of Flemke is the 36 of L.W. Miller, who has not made much of a gain through this field.
No, and he's got to get going on this thing, Mike.
They are in the back straightaway. Now the front stretch, just about half a lap behind race leader Ted Christopher.
Renee Dupuis has brought her car into the garage area.
And Mike Stefanik starts making some noise. He wants 4th place from Bonsignor.
Yeah, and you can expect a lot from Mike Stefanik. He has become an energized race car driver. This team has got everything they need in order to win races and to win championships. And he is getting better and better and better as this year has unfolded. 3rd in points at this moment.
He's driven a lot of years for Eric Sanderson's team. With Sly Zabin as crew chief. They've won championships and they've struggled. They're running well here.
Stefanik has won 7 championships, and I asked him earlier today how he was going to handle this race, whether it was for the championship or whether it was going to be to win. And he said, I'm going to quote you, "We're here to win the race. This is Bristol. It's so big to win here."
Bob?
Well, that's exactly right, Dick. Mike Stefanik told me the same thing, and he wants a win bad. It's been since the fall, since he won at Martinsville. Mike Stefanik is accustomed to winning, but he's also accustomed to be a consistent driver. In 400 career starts, more than half of them have been top 10 finishes. He said he doesn't care about that now. Like you said, Dick, he wants the big trophy in victory lane.
Burt Myers on the outside. He's got Eddie Flemke, and now he's got L.W. Miller. So Blackout is moving forward as Burt Myers climbs to 18th after starting in the back. Up front, Ted Christopher is only the 2nd leader of this race. Todd Zegedy led the first 26 circuits. Teddy's been out front for 12. The Plainville, Connecticut ace seems to have things in hand for the moment. 38 of 150 laps complete at Bristol.